Hi, Duncan.
Hi, Frank. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Bad. It's the Mr. Movies podcast.
Welcome to Mr. Movies Podcast. It's been a minute,
Yeah.
If you're a fan of the show, we suck.
we- I don't know about that, but
Yeah, I think it's more I suck because it's usually my schedule
no,
that
no,
conflicts,
you
I
don't
feel like.
suck. Times are tough right now. Schedules are busy, and you're being a better student than I am.
Am I?
Oh, I'm
I
not
feel
doing
like
homework.
I feel like that's not true.
But we've come together
We
today
have
on this fine, what the fuck is it, Friday, and we are going to talk about The Boys, season 2.
the boys.
Now, Frank, would you say you're a fan of the, what do you call it, superhero genre?
I would say that I'm not. I hate them all, and I've never been invested in this. I don't have a Flash poster behind me. I
Right.
don't talk about a DC show every time we do our monthly recap.
So, and I wouldn't say I'm an avid Marvel fan. I've seen them all.
Ant-Man
Um,
and the Wasp is your
right.
favorite.
So basically, if we're splitting things up, you're a DC fan. I'm more of a
Yeah.
Marvel fan. We're both into the whole superhero genre.
Yeah.
So, I think it's very interesting how the most commentary driven show on superheroes, The Boys, is
Mhm.
like my
One of our
favorite show on
Yeah, me
television right
too.
now. What the
It's
fuck?
good. It transcends the genre. And it brings
Exactly.
it brings the Marvel and DC fans, it brings them together. It causes world peace. Marty would call it cinema. It's everything you could want.
Now, for those of you who don't know, and for some reason clicked the video anyway, The Boys
Thank
is,
you, first of all.
yeah,
I
oh
don't know why you
man,
clicked on it, but
thank
thank
you for the
you.
clicks. The Boys
Smack
is a,
that like button and tickle our subscribe button.
my God, it's a satirical take on the superhero culture of American media.
It's bizarre because it's satirical, but at the same time, it takes itself very seriously.
Yes, we'll
And I
definitely
think it
get into
finds a
it.
perfect balance between the two.
So in this world, superheroes exist, but they're also corporate commodities. So, right, they have brand deals. They are in movies in this world, right?
Mhm.
Like the superheroes who like go out and save the world are also like on a film set, and they're selling like granola bars with their face on it, and magazines, and like superheroes also,
Brave Maeve lasagna.
and like they're rented out to cities, all from this one corporation who sort of owns them all.
Vought.
Vought. And season 1 is mostly an introduction to how all of these superheroes, these idols, these heroes are corrupt as hell,
Yeah.
right? Like they have been just conditioned over years of being a product where they're like barely humans anymore.
And I will say, season one for me, I love it. I had a slight issue with it, which was that the first half, but I felt in the second half it kind of became what it was making fun of. Like we said, it does that parodying thing where it parodies it, but then it also does its own thing seriously. And I thought in the first season they did a good job presenting it. It just wasn't balanced well. But I thought in season 2 they balanced it really well, and
I
it
would
came off
completely
very
agree.
genuine and very good. Would
Yeah.
you say overall, do you like season 1 or season 2 better?
Season 1 is, it does a very good job of introducing the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's called The Boys, right? It's about this team of anti-superheroes. And the team doesn't come together till like 2/3 of the way through
Yeah.
the whole season. So it's not like everyone finds each other episode 1. I feel like season 1 definitely took its time to introduce the protagonist, the antagonist, the rules of the world, and then it ended on this kind of cliffhanger that was sort of like, all right, now we've finished the intro, we can start getting into the good stuff. I don't hate that method, but I thought season 1 was like a very very long chapter 1, whereas season 2 was like, all right, you know what we're dealing with, let's get into it.
I would say season 1 for me was better storytelling, but season 2 was much easier to watch.
Okay, yeah, I'd
Not
agree.
to say anything bad about. They're both great. They're both great.
It's a really good show.
Yeah, and like when I say negative stuff, because like we'll get into negative stuff too. No, it's nitpicking. Like no, I'm nitpicking. Like this show was, yeah, it's fantastic.
And I
And
will
can I
say,
just say,
yeah,
I want to get your thought on this because this was controversial and people were review bombing it. The week by week release, I really liked because it gave me time to indulge in the episodes. And like, I don't know about you guys, I'm bored as hell during quarantine, and having something to look forward to was
yeah,
really fun for me. And now, like with
completely agree.
Mandalorian starting up a week from today, yeah, I'm excited.
I think we've kind of been spoiled by Netflix kind of dropping
Netflix,
a whole season. You can
yeah,
watch like a 20 episode season in 3 days. I feel like that's one way to do it. That's not bad, but I don't know why they review bombed a season just because they asked you to be patient.
yeah,
And
and like the episodes are, it's not like they're short episodes, like they're hour-long
they're
episodes. Like
movies.
they're movies
Episode of the
essentially.
goddamn movie.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm kind of like season one I binged, and like I kind of wish I had gotten to experience it on a week by week basis because I feel like you really appreciate it more.
Right. And I will completely agree with what you said about looking forward to the next episode. Usually I'd watch the whole season and then move on. But
Mhm.
I rewatched every episode multiple times
Yeah,
because I wanted to catch everything for the next season or next episode. So I don't mind that they made us wait. It like I had a full-on discussion with my family back home, like for every
yeah.
episode. My whole house is in on this show. Like
So
everyone.
I'm slowly roping people into this show. I just
It,
got one of my buddies just started watching it, and I was
something's
like,
really cool because when I introduce it, I'm like, yeah, it's a superhero show, and everyone's like rolling their eyes, like I
yeah,
can't watch another superhero show. And then I'm
yeah.
like,
Frank,
then
stop
he,
talking about Stargirl. That's what they tell me, and I say no. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. It's perfect. Um, and everyone needs to watch it, and it's free on the CW website right now. The
oh
first
my God,
full
are they
season.
paying you?
No, they're not, but it's so good that like people need to watch it.
I want to talk about Homelander. Oh
Yeah,
my
let's do
God.
it. Not as good
I
as Stargirl, but let's do it.
I don't think I've ever seen a villain as unnerving as Homelander because
I don't think he's ever thrown a single punch in the whole show. I don't think
he
he's
really
hit
does not
anyone. He's,
fight a whole lot.
yeah, everything that's happened has happened off screen, like
So basically, Homelander is
Superman.
it's a take on the evil Superman thing. Because right, Superman's been evil before. He's fought villains who are just evil Superman. This is a corrupt Superman, right?
This is
And
an emotionally damaged Superman too.
and right, they do humanize him a little bit, right,
Mhm.
in this season. And this connects to a larger thread. I've noticed that season two is about your parents, like not your parents, but like they talked a lot about Homelander's father and
Yeah,
Billy Butcher's father and Kimiko's parents, and right, everyone sort of has this, and even
and
like
what's his name?
Huey's mom,
Huey's mom with
Annie's
the,
mom, like
yeah,
everyone
Billy
talks about
Joel.
their parents. And I thought it was interesting to see how they humanized Homelander by saying like, yeah, he had kind of a fucked up parent situation.
Mhm.
And right, he passed that on to his kid, right, with Ryan.
I liked Ryan.
Me
I
too.
really liked Ryan.
It's so interesting when
He
it's like
wasn't in the season
Homelander,
a whole lot, but I really liked him.
right? Homelander's this big, evil, towering Superman. And then you have this little Superboy who's just like
Yeah.
trying to be, his mom's trying to raise him right.
My favorite Homelander moment from the season was when they brought back Elizabeth Shue
Right.
in that episode, which by the way, Elizabeth Shue, I pray to the Lord every day that you will be in season 3 of Cobra Kai as Allie again. Please reprise your role. The world needs it.
Was she in Cobra Kai?
She was in the Karate Kid.
What?
Yeah, she was the love interest.
Right. Fuck. It's so
Yeah.
interesting watching him like just interact with that world because you know nothing can hurt him.
Yeah. And that scene, they fooled me where he lasers that crowd.
Oh my
I
God.
actually thought it was real.
Me too. I stood up off my couch. I was like, no.
Dude, you know that's where the show is heading. Like, I think end of season 3, that's going to be the big like cliffhanger. Like,
They're breaking that man. Like
yeah.
every episode, he's getting a little bit more deranged.
Oh my God. And that the thing Maeve said to him is like, yeah, I don't care if you destroy the world because everyone will know you're a psychopath and no one will love you again. I was
And
like,
that's what he wants, right? He
yeah.
just wants to be loved.
He just needs a little hug.
Oh, he needs like therapy. I don't think he needs a hug. Oh my God. I just it's so fascinating to me how like the boys got it right. Whereas like Marvel and DC don't really sell it as well. You know what I
What do you
mean?
mean? I'm very
I mean,
curious with that statement.
yeah, I've because I this has been rattling in my head for like
Yeah.
a month. But when I watch Marvel movies, they're asking you to empathize with the main character who's usually the superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I watch Doctor Strange, right? It's saying, look what happens to this man. You want to feel bad for him. He's going through the
I
hero's
get what you're
journey.
saying. I think I know what you're gonna say.
Right. So they're asking you to feel for the superhero. And in the boys, it doesn't do that. It asks you to like empathize with some of them,
Mm-hmm.
but the audience surrogate is
It
one
shows
of
both perspectives so well. That's yeah, it
the
really does. And
and like
like,
yeah,
oh my God, there's so much I could like, there's so many small details. Like, I have to rewatch season 2 in its entirety because I'm just like, I'm blown away. I'm like blown away. And like that twist at the end, which we'll get into
yeah.
later, like I
Every character.
I can see how they set it up, but I want to rewatch it to see.
Oh yeah, there's probably tons of little things.
Yeah,
But I just love how
yeah.
every character was
But
given like the perfect amount of attention, right? Like
mhm.
even like the
Also,
demon
the
agent.
soundtrack was really good.
Yes.
The one character I wish we got more of was Giancarlo Esposito.
Right. Yeah. He was a little underutilized.
Yeah,
He had a great monologue with Billy in one of the final episodes.
yeah.
But yeah, he's
I
usually
think he was only in 3 of the episodes, and he was only in it for like a scene each.
mhm. And like yeah, he's supposed to be like the big wig at the top, but
I liked Butcher's wife too
back
this season.
yeah. That's such an interesting perspective,
And
right?
Stormfront. I thought Stormfront
Oh,
was
we'll
the
talk
the.
about Stormfront.
Can
Oh
we
my
get into
God.
Stormfront?
But well, first on Becca, right? Like,
No, let's just get into Stormfront. Let's just go
all
for
right,
it.
let's talk about that Nazi son of a bitch Stormfront. Oh my God.
Mhm.
Oh my God. That's like
Yeah,
okay, so I did hear about in the comics how Stormfront is a very similar character, but he's like this big, tall, 6 foot Aryan dude who has like the swastika on his cape.
oh,
Not subtle at all. He's like a proud Nazi. And but other than that, it's the same. Like he shoots lightning, he
mhm.
does all this crazy stuff. But what I love about this adaptation of that character is that it's undercover, right?
Yeah.
There's no cape with a swastika on it. Like she straight up is a secret Nazi. And it's kind of relevant these days. Like,
Yeah. And like, it was messed up when she said the line of like, oh, people still believe in the cause, they just hate the word Nazi. And I was like, that is like, it's sad how on the nose that is.
oh,
Like,
this show had the time of its life with its commentary.
yeah.
It's like,
And like,
yeah,
just
all
seeing like, thinking
superheroes
this was
keep
filmed
rules of
before
order.
like current events took place, like, you know.
How she was talking about like staying ahead of the trends with like the memes and appealing to the
Yeah,
demographics of
it
people.
was messed up.
Oh my
Can
God.
I just say, this show is good and has great commentary. It sucks that it's made by Amazon.
Yes. Oh my
Isn't
God.
that like, it just that small detail kind of undermines the whole thing?
And
Like,
like it's distributed by Amazon and like it's funded by
yeah,
Amazon. It's not like Jeff Bezos wrote this. But at the
They
same
should
time, it's
have
like,
Jeff Bezos on as a villain for season 3.
he looks the part. Are you kidding?
Did
Oh
you
my
see
god.
him with the
With
robot
the
arms
big
and people
robot
said he looks
arm.
like Dr.
What was
Octopus?
that? With like that evil laugh. Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
But anyway, yeah, it being an Amazon thing's a little
Yeah. Fun
but
fact for our viewers. Duncan's taken a test that said he looked like Jeff Bezos multiple times, and I cannot unsee it. Especially because you have the hat on now and I can't see your hair.
yeah, if I lost all my hair, then I'm gonna look like Jeff Bezos, and I'm not looking
I think
forward.
you would rock it.
No, I don't want to look like Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, think of all the perks.
There's no perks.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll discuss this later.
I do you remember that cold open? I think it was one of the later episodes, but it's that guy, and it shows him like
Yeah,
listening to the news covering Stormfront,
that was messed up.
and he shoots the immigrant store worker.
And he's like watching Alex Jones and stuff. Yeah.
Part of me was like, all right, that's a little heavy-handed, but then I was like, wait, that shit happens.
Like they do such a good, like I love their cold opens when they do stuff like that. Like they did the one in the finale where it was like supposed to be like, what happens if a superhero invades your school?
Oh, like a
And it reminded me so much of like the World War II things where they're like, oh, duck and cover, where you're like, that wouldn't do
when you
crap.
see the nuclear blast,
Yeah, like that would not do
anything.
anything. Like, and like the teachers had guns and stuff, and I'm
With,
like,
like, 40
that
bullets.
is so crazy. Like that is what we're headed towards.
Yeah, this show
That's what we're headed towards, and I'm like, that's crazy to me.
this show does an amazing commentary on like modern American society, and I can't wait to see what they do with politics in season 3, because with the whole Victoria Newman angle and like the branch of the boys working with the government, like they're going into politics.
Do you think Butcher's gonna work with the government?
Yes. I definitely think that he's gonna have some time off, but like he's gonna come back. Something's gonna happen. Definitely Homelander related, because
I think it's gonna be something with the kid. I feel like they can't just say, okay, that kid's now in a warehouse. Like they gotta do something with him.
Especially after like what
I feel like he's gonna feel like crap for giving the kid up.
probably, yeah, something's gonna happen. But yeah, do you want to talk about predictions for season 3?
Yeah, let's Philip DeFranco it and just jump right into it. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen.
We don't have much to go on.
We don't, but like they set it up to where I can't see it being bad.
Oh, whatever happens, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. What do you think about the spinoff they're doing? Isn't that kind of bizarre? Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of the commentary?
It definitely smells of Amazon being like, "Ooh, we want more money." Like this is a very like money generating.
They already made like an after show too for the episodes.
Did you watch it? I couldn't.
I didn't. No, I'm not into stuff like that.
Not at all. But I think the spinoff will be interesting. As long as the original writers are in on it and it feels the same, then like
I don't think so, because I feel like they'd be busy working on the actual show. I feel like that's where their priorities on.
Yeah, I feel like you're right.
Which stinks.
Well, the only news we have about it is that it's set in a college.
We forgot to talk about one of the best parts of season 2.
What?
The Church of the Collective.
Oh my God.
Can I just say, during quarantine, I actually discovered the drink Fresca, and I was like, this stuff's great. And then I started watching The Boys, and I was like, uh-oh. Last March, my mom came home with it one day, and like we're all obsessed with it now. And now I can't look at it the same way.
I've never had a Fresca.
It's really good.
I might have to try it.
I liked A-Train this season. They didn't give him much to do, but I really enjoyed what they gave him.
Yeah, because like he
I wasn't a huge fan of the Deep this season.
I really like how they're just still clowning on him. Like
I feel like they have plans for him in season 3, and we're like, we can't just let him go. So like Let's just make stuff up. I also loved the episode with Black Noir. Did I say that right? How do you pronounce that word?
Noir.
Noir.
Yeah.
I like the episode of him on the roof and they're trying to figure out how to get
I got fucking chills. I didn't like that at
that's so
all.
great. And then he has a peanut allergy. That's so funny.
Oh, what a kryptonite.
So like, what do you think about killing superheroes in this world? Because I feel like the rules change depending on like the script, which is fine. I mean, every superhero thing does that.
Sure.
But like,
I think the show sold a little bit too much with them killing Translucent in episode 2, because Translucent is like one of the 7. He's supposedly one of the most powerful supers.
that took a whole episode though.
It did.
And like in this thing, Stormfront, I don't know that she's dead. They might like have her in a lab and stuff next season.
She's gonna be like a robot zombie.
Yeah. Like the knife to the eye, I'm like, should that have worked? Again, this is a nitpick. Because like, who cares? The story's good.
Right. I mean, I don't think the show has time to give us like a list of powers and weaknesses.
Yeah. And then like there was a scene where Homefront lasered her in an area and like she was fine. But then when the kid did it, it like made her crispy.
Yeah, it's like, it's definitely interesting.
Again, I don't care. I really don't care. I just figured I'd bring it up.
Well, no, that's a good point, because it does sort of like rob any scenes of tension. Because when Black Noir and Starlight were fighting, he was throwing her through columns and like breaking her on everything. But then in season 1, Kimiko like,
I want a whole episode about that guy, but he doesn't speak. Like, I feel like it should just be him about his day. Like, I want to see him in the morning eating toast and stuff. Like, I just love that character.
That's kind of how the comics end.
Do you think they'll kill Homelander?
I feel like that's maybe how they end the show. I don't think he's gonna die in like season 5 and then have there be like a season 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
I feel like Homelander is the perfect evil superhero, right? So they're gonna try and keep that going as long as they can. Is it weird that I like The Boys more than I like Marvel?
No, I don't think so.
Because like, don't get me wrong, the Marvel movies are like fun. They're like cheap entertainment.
Can we talk about how they totally like made fun of the girl power scene? I thought that was great.
Fucking incredible. Oh my god. The whole girls get it done thing is totally making fun of like the cheap,
that is so good
feminism kind of like, look at all these girls. Like, I will never forget Avengers Endgame for that scene when like the battle takes a pause and then every female side character of all the 23 movies like stands in a line. That was so painful. So forced. Like, I was like ready to like become a DC fan at that point. It was like unforgivable. And I love how The Boys was like,
Stargirl doesn't do that.
I love how The Boys is like, they make fun of it. And then at the end, when they have like Maeve, Kimiko, and Starlight beating the shit out of a Nazi, that was
it's
so
like
much
they did
better.
it in a comedical way, so like it worked. Like,
I literally, after I finished that episode, I went to YouTube and I watched that scene 8 times in a row. That was like the best thing I've ever seen.
I loved the way they ended the season. I just loved the way they ended it with the reveal of the exploding heads and just like then Huey getting the job. I'm excited for season 3.
I was so sure that
this was a perfect quarantine treat.
Yeah, absolutely. I was so sure that the Church of the Collective was going to be the villain for season 3. And
that's what I thought. I thought they were building that up.
Exploded. I was like, you got me. I'm in. Oh man.
I also like that they got Patton Oswalt to play the Deep's Gills.
Get him for any voice work. He's really great. Like for any bit character.
Is that all you have to say? I don't really have anything else to say. I love the season. Check it out. Guys, support Amazon. They're a really small business. They really need the help.
Anything for the small indie community. No, take the hit. I don't like supporting Amazon either, but like I think The Boys is a good enough
pirate it.
Yeah, pirate.
I didn't tell you to do it. That was a
Yeah, guys,
joke.
whatever you do, not pirate the boys.
Yeah, don't go to movies123.com and pirate the boys. That's
All right,
illegal.
Jeff Bezos is gonna snipe us from our from our recording
Yes.
booth.
Oh my God, there's an Amazon drone outside my
No,
window.
no, there's a red light on my forehead. Yeah,
Alrighty.
that's it.
Thank you for coming. If you like the boys, that's great. Tell us why in the comments. You despise the boys. You just hate them. You wish they were dead. Tell us why in the comments. And hey, while you're down there, you might as well tickle that like button and
Oh
slap
my
that
God.
subscribe button silly.
You are just thirsty for YouTube engagement, aren't you?
I am. And also, subscribe to Kunkin Dassner
Oh,
for the best
stop.
damn commentary video
Stop. I don't.
the tube has to offer.
I appreciate that. All right. Well, subscribe to Frank Vella while you're at it. And if you like that, subscribe
No,
to Frank
don't.
and Friends Productions. Two incredible
I'll take the Frank and
things.
Friends Productions plug, but don't subscribe to Frank Vella.
Are you kidding? That has some great content.
That hasn't had content in a while.
That could change.
I need to revamp the gaming videos. Those were too fun. I gotta bring
Yeah,
those back.
I want to see you do more stuff.
You know what? I think I will.
Hell yeah. That's a promise.
Hell yeah. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.